Interesting enough, with my research on the Bible, right? Since I was in it all the time, and I was interested in health, it just naturally I started researching all of the health related topics in the Bible. And so, like one of the things is the balm of Gilead, which is a healing ointment. It's like, man, I want to find that healing ointment. If I could find that ointment, it's going to be amazing, right? The world going to help transform the world. I haven't found it yet. I was still looking, but I did research all the ingredients, all the herbs and superfoods in the Bible because there's lots of them, and it was fascinating. I was like, wow, help me. I was praying literally like, Lord, help me find something that will make a difference and maybe a combination that no one's thought of or something, right? And I couldn't find anything that wasn't already out on the market, right? You can go to buy frankincense on the market. You can buy myrrh. You can buy saffron. You can buy them individually, things. But then I was introduced to this. This is how God works with me anyway. He introduced me to this practitioner who's been working with molecular hydrogen, and I was like, "What is that?" We are talking about it, and he was explaining it, and the more he talked about it, the more fascinated I got because hydrogen is the base element that God created. It's like literally the smallest, first item on the periodic table, right? And you look at it, and I started doing the research, and there's thousands of scientific studies already done on hydrogen, and I'm like, wow, and he's got this mechanism. And I started telling him my research on the biblical ingredients, and we came together. And he says, let's take molecular hydrogen. Here are the things that it does. Let's find the seven best biblical ingredients that complement what it does. And that's how we ended up crafting this. Is we took the seven best ingredients that were going to make a physical impact on the body. That's why we took barley grass and wheatgrass, right? If you go to an oncology center and talk to people who are naturally trying to help people naturally with cancer, they're going to be saying, "Hey, you need to start doing wheatgrass juicing," right? That type of thing, because wheatgrass and barley grass give you those dense nutrients that you just don't find in other things. So we took those, and then we took saffron. Saffron's amazing at the stress response. People are so anxious, and our society is so. In fact, saffron's also one of the most expensive elements, more expensive than gold.
That's what I was gonna ask you because
Bizarre,
about the saffron was, I mean, when I worked in a really high-end restaurant when I was younger, and
right?
when they put saffron on something, I mean, he got it out of the special jar, and he put just the
Yeah,
tiniest.
it's
I'm like, dude, put some on there. He's like, you have no idea how expensive this stuff is. He's like, there's no way. So I was gonna ask you
exactly.
about that. So I'm glad you covered that. Yeah,
Yeah,
saffron's very
yeah.
expensive.
It's amazing. Then you look at what it does to the body, and it's a really, really amazing product. So we added that. And then cumin. Cumin's is great with the inflammation response. As part of my podcast, I interview holistic practitioners all the time, and they're like, the inflammation is the source of all disease. So, man, if we can help reduce inflammation in the body, guess what? You're going to make some big, big differences. So, and then aloe, we have put aloe in, and we look at the benefits of aloe. There's literally 200 plus benefits of aloe. So it's like it's really good for gut health, right? And if your health starts in your gut, if you get your gut working well, then guess what? Your other organs start working well. So you got to start with the core. Get your gut working well, and then your other organs are going to start working the way they're supposed to work. And then guess what? You're going to start healing. So that's why we put
What's the frankincense and what is it?
myrrh.
Myrrh?
Yeah, frankincense and
Myrrh.
myrrh. So those are
Frankincense and
those
myrrh.
those are really actually fascinating ingredients. They also help with one of the biggest things. They help with a number of things, but one of the main things they help with is that inflammation response. So
Hmm.
you combine that with cumin, and then again, like looking at what molecular hydrogen does. So those three, cumin, frankincense, and myrrh, help with the inflammation response as well as a number of other things. But then you look at what molecular hydrogen does, and molecular hydrogen also helps with inflammation response. And so you combine the two, and there's nothing else, literally in the market that can do what Exodus does. So that's what's pretty exciting.